Hello, welcome back. This is chapter second, a gift of chapels, and today I'm going to explain passage number 7 to you. So here we go. Mridu crept up to the window. Lali was sitting a little distance away, awkwardly holding her violin and bowstring, her elbows jutting out and her eyes glazed with concentration. So Mridu, after getting that strange, peculiar, and weird sound, she moved up to the window. She walked up to the window but very quietly, very secretly, and then she found there Lali was sitting a little distance away. She was sitting a little distance away from the window, or from the window wall. That is, she was not sitting right under the window, but she was sitting a little distance away from the window, awkwardly holding her violin and bowstring, and she was awkwardly, not in proper manner, uh, in some way you can say improper way, holding it in a improper way. And so holding her violin in improper way, and also the bowstring. Bowstring is, you can say, a string, or you can say a kind of a kind of stick, you can say long stick with some kind of string or something there attached to it, and that is rubbed against the strings of the violin, so that is called bowstring. So holding both the violin and the bowstring awkwardly, and in that process her elbows were jutting out, say making a V shape of the hand. It made the V shape of the hands and the elbows, the end part jutting out, projecting out or coming out pointedly, glazed with and her eyes glazed with concentration. Her eyes brightened with concentration, shone with concentration. That is, it glistened with concentration. Her eyes were bright. In front of her, with most of his back to the window, was the bony figure of the music master, and in front of Lali was sitting the music master. He was a bony figure. Bony figure means, you can say, very thin, very thin, not much flesh on the bones or on the body. So, sitting there, he was sitting with his back to the window wall. That is, he was just he took the support of the window wall and sitting there comfortably, giving some comfort to himself, or relaxing in a way you can say. And he had a mostly bald head with a fringe of oiled black hair. Now he was having a bald head, no hair on his head, and a little hair on the edges, on the borders of the head, you can say, along the ears, you can say, or the fringe means the border, you can say, the sides of the head, lower part of the head. There he had a little hair left, and that was well oiled. The hair there was well oiled, black hair falling around her ears, and those hair were falling around her ears, and an old-fashioned tuft, and he made an old-fashioned tuft. Tuft, you can say, um, he he bunched he bunched the hair into a cluster, into a knot. You can say he made the hair into a knot, as the pundits do. A gold chain gleamed around his leathery neck, and there was a gold chain around his thin neck, and a diamond ring glittered on his hand as it glided up and down the stem of the violin, and he was also wearing a diamond ring which glistened, which shone brightly, which sparkled as the hand moved up and down the stem of the violin. A large foot stuck out from beneath his gold bordered vesty edge. He was wearing a vesty, that is, a dhoti, which had its border of gold color, and from under the edges of, or from under the borders or edges of the dhoti, stuck out, came out his leg, 1 foot only. Sorry, not leg. You can say 1 foot, not leg. Sorry, 1 foot. Vesti, and was beating. Okay, what it said here, stuck out from beneath his gold-bordered vesti edge, a large foot. Yes, it was a large foot, and it came out, or stuck out of the vesti, and he was beating time on the floor with a scrawny big toe, and he was beating with the help of this foot. He was beating time on the floor, and his you can say the foot was scrawny, or the big toe was scrawny. Must be the entire, must be the foot only. The foot was only scrawny, but beside that, the toe, the big toe, was in particularly scrawny, thin, long and thin. So this is all. Thank you.